Jason Luna. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've been asked to talk about what convinces an employer to hire someone. I want to talk about what convinces an employer to hire, brainstormed a list, and this is what I think happens in a hiring situation. First and foremost, they don't want any red flags. So there's this process where they don't want to see anything bad about you. And that was brought up earlier, looking at inappropriate photos on Facebook or whatever, background check, drug screen, post-job offer physical, anything like that that happens, they're looking for what would not make me hire this person. Those I call red flags. Once all the red flags are out of the way, then the second thing they look for is good judgment. They want to see someone with good judgment. That oftentimes is called common sense. We actually have an assessment that we give that will measure a person's judgment, and that is sort of a multiplying factor. You could have someone that's intelligent, you could have someone that's well connected, you could have someone that has good people skills, but if they have poor judgment and don't know how to use those things, that could be the foundation that just makes the whole thing crumble to the ground. So good judgment is key. An employer is also looking for a pattern of success. As I like to say, no one wakes up one morning and all of a sudden they're successful. There's a pattern, and it goes back to when you were a kid. The fact that you're at Swanee, the fact that you're here at Beyond the Gates shows that you probably have some initiative beyond what your peers have, right? We'll just assume that. So there's a pattern of success that the employer wants to see that, because they know the best predictor of future performance is past performance. Another thing they're looking for is trustworthiness. They want someone who's not going to steal money from them, not going to steal office supplies, not going to hit on their wife, those kind of things. So trustworthiness is a very key factor, and that gets into ethics and morality. They're looking for conscientiousness. That's the getting on time, bringing things to closure. If it means working late one night because you have to, you're willing to do that. Conscientiousness is a predictor of job performance, according to the industrial psychological literature. And then finally, I think everybody's looking for chemistry 101. Will I be able to work with this person? We've had people apply, and y'all, they're the smartest, most intelligent, most pedigreed person. They've got more degrees than a thermometer, and yet we just are not going to be able to interface with them. The chemistry is just not there. So that's something that an employer is looking for. Okay, any questions about that? I'm going to use my remaining 3 minutes and 25 seconds to talk about something that I would encourage all of you to just think about, is what can you do to avoid the hiring event altogether? And here's some things to consider. For me, I've had a resume. I've always had a resume. In fact, Career Services was very helpful in letting me put my resume together. And I went through it. I think that's a great exercise. Everybody needs a resume. It is the currency of job searching and all that. Even though the psych literature says it's terrible at predicting performance in a job, it's still never going to go away. So I have a resume. But I've never gotten a job with a resume. I've always been working in an environment where I work with a client, I work with somebody, and we develop a good working relationship, and that turns into a job. So I kind of circumvent the whole hiring process altogether. I kind of think of it like dating. Like, guys, if you're dating a girl, well, I don't see anybody in here that would fit that description, but let's assume you're dating a girl, and you don't want to make an awkward, uncomfortable situation about let's go on a date. You want this friendship that sort of naturally just evolves into a romantic relationship. Am I right? Yeah. It's the same with the hiring event. So you can do that by building relationships outside, like client to customer, all those kind of things, vendor to client. Do something remarkable. And by remarkable, I mean something that would cause one human being to make a remark to another human being. And you can start doing that now in college. Go do an internship that's just unbelievable and document that, blog about it, make a video about it. Something else is consider starting a business. If you may not have that entrepreneurial spirit, but I would encourage you to just try that. And it can be something small. When I was a senior at Swanee, I sold t-shirts. and did it all on my own from start to finish, made $800. And I asked myself, why didn't I keep doing that? I mean, I could be like a t-shirt king by now, you know, have an empire of t-shirts. For some reason, I was thinking in my young mind that I had to go do something glamorous, I had to go to grad school, I had to go down this path, and I was locked into that for some reason. But, you know, if you're even thinking maybe it'd be cool to have a restaurant one day, then just start small. Just cook one meal and try to cater one meal or something like that. And try that out. That also, guys, can go on your resume, which I know when you come out of college, that resume doesn't have a lot on it. You try to do some remarkable things to beat that resume up. That's all I'm going to say.
You get his 5 seconds.